Alright, Ron. So, for those of you who watch my channel, I have a YouTuber friend, commenter, who also has a channel. His name is Ron C. He often comments, and I comment on his. And we are doing we challenge each other to do some exercise, lose some weight. And so, I'm proving that I'm doing it. So I just set my watch, GPS watch, 002. I'm going a fast 19:35 minute pace. Alright, take a look. Where I run, there's hills, so you gotta up your game, because I run in the hills. Actually, I don't like to run in the hills. It's just, I don't have any choice. I happen to live in the hills. It's super humid right now, but it's not that bad. I'm pretty used to the heat. Just an easy jog. Gonna lose some weight, eating salads. I eat heavy salads. I don't eat a bunch of lettuce. That's not good enough. Put in some cottage cheese and a bunch of beets and beans. The ones I get the salad from the grocery store. Right, this is a really steep hill. So Strava is a website that allows you to hook your GPS up and it shows you your route and everything after you get back. Well, you can make a segment on there. You can define GPS wise a beginning and an end point. And I have a bunch of segments on there that I made. Anyone can make one. But I made one around my block, which I'm doing right now. I'm on that path anyway. And that segment is 1.25 miles. Okay, what's cool about the segments is that it keeps track. You can race yourself on that segment. So I've raced myself several times on the 1.25. I think it was last summer. I was getting faster and faster and faster. So my whole point was, I have run this entire hill right here. I'm still going uphill, by the way. I've run the entire circle, full speed, to try and get a record. I've got a pretty good pace, probably good, 8.5 mile pace per mile. It's not that great, but considering the hills and my age and my weight, it's real good. Let's cut through here, why not? Have some fun on the run, man. Even though it says there's not, you can use them anyway. I look guilty though when I run it through a building. It smells like smoke. It smells like smoke out here. I did a run about 4 days ago and I can feel it in my legs. It has that kind of a dull ache feeling where you need more rest, you don't feel fresh, you know. So I was gonna try to do 4 miles, just like this, little running, little jogging, and my legs hurt, but I do it anyway. Let's get going. Oh, sure. Oh my God, I need to sit. Haha, just kidding. The hills I've got, it goes down and then back up. There's just hills everywhere right here. It's good for you though, I mean, it burns calories. All you do is you walk up the hills. What I found you do is when you go uphill, take little tiny steps. It makes it seem like it's not as steep. Alright, I better stop talking to myself, there's people up here. So, like I was saying, we got to talking, my friend and I, Ron, and we're both kind of just motivated to lose weight. Kind of nice to have somebody else out there to push you. His video the other day, or yesterday, or today, kind of got me thinking I better do 4 miles tonight. Going uphill. Alright, so I was going to say about running is hard. It's kind of a learned skill. I was a swimmer in college. What happens is when you do literally thousands and thousands and tens of thousands of yards swimming, your body learns how to be efficient. It just learns on its own. Especially when you're trying to keep up with somebody else next to you. it starts to figure out, how can I keep up with that guy? And like as you're going into the turn, you learn to glide more. So your body learns how to be efficient, is what it is. Now, I'm not a runner. I'm walking uphill, by the way. I'm not a runner, so I'm extremely inefficient at running because I just haven't done the hundreds of miles that a runner would do. I also have a big frame. I have a big frame, I'm heavy, I'm not a runner. I do it, but I'm not good at it. Check out the star. Just keep going, man. Relax when you run, relax. Let your arms hang. Try not to be tight. Try to lean forward for speed and lean back to slow down. Don't try to use your legs to accelerate. I made a video of this, but this point's straight north. North Star has an echo in here too. I have no idea what it is. This video, it is a vlog of, it's just random. But what is interesting about it is I just got Sony Vegas Pro Edit software. And that's the software I'm using to make this video right now. I've only had it one night. Let's see how I did, right? Should have better transitions. It should be smoother. I don't know. Let's see. My dad told me once, not too long ago, I run like a football player. And not one of the fast ones. I run like a lineman, fat lineman. Like that. Ever since he said that, I'm like, yeah, you're right. I didn't walk or run very much before. Just start off with a quarter mile. Start off with a tenth of a mile and just build on it. Just do a few steps more each night. Just walk to the mailbox if you live out in the country. Just start walking. You don't even need to run. If you're in shape, just start jogging real easy. Real easy. When you feel like you need to walk, walk. Before you know it, you can do a 5K, 10K. You keep going, you'll get excited about it. Take plenty of days rest. Don't ever run back to back if you're not in shape. If you don't ever run 2 days in a row if you're over 40. That's my advice. You might even take 2 days off. But what you want to do though, if you're real excited about it and getting fitness and all that, is do something else. Run. I mean, bike. Just bike a little bit. Go swimming. You don't have to be crazy about it. In this video so choppy because people keep coming by and I don't want to be talking to my camera while they go by. I feel really weird doing that. So, my point is, if you can't run every day, which you shouldn't, especially if you're heavy, go swimming. Swimming will take your body and it doesn't have all that pounding and it kind of lifts it up. Just walk in the pool. I used to watch the track guys in college. They would run laps in the pool. Football players too, they would run, they would do a little swimming. It's good for you, it feels good. I highly recommend everyone swim. You should swim a lot more than you should even run, because running is actually kind of dangerous. You have to really know your body and you can't push it too fast, too far. Too far, too fast. I'm on a steep hill now. My dad was a runner, track runner. He ran in the army actually. He was in Germany. He's really fast. I can't remember what his quarter mile was, but I think it was something like 50 seconds, something like that. I just don't remember, but he's pretty fast. He had a lot of shin splints and he always said he hated running downhill more than uphill because downhill is more dangerous. Also, if you get shin splints, don't run on hard pavement. You need big, cushy shoes to run. Run on the grass. My dad always said, run on the grass if you got shin splints, because it just doesn't have that same bam, bam, bam. If you can get into a local high school track, they usually have that kind of cushy surface. It's a little boring to run on a track, but it's a good idea. All right, 2.14 miles. I'm gonna try to get in 2 more. Looks like there's some dirt bikes out on the highway. That's weird. I think they were dirt bikes. I've never seen that before. They were all looking around too because they knew they'd get in trouble. Another hill? Yeah, another hill. Just keep going. Check this out. How much do you think a sign like that costs the city to build and install? They just put these in. They're all up and down here. It says steep hill. Because without government, how would I know a hill is steep? How many lives have we saved now that we have that sign there? And imagine the lives that are going to be lost due to all the hills out there that don't have signs telling you whether or not the hill is steep or flat. I think we should have signs saying when it's flat too. Why not? Just raise taxes. Just keep taking the money from people and giving it to others, and they can build stupid shit all over the place. We can have signs everywhere. Green grass. But you can have to change it out in the winter and say brown grass. That way you know. Because without government, how would you know? The thing about running is watching yourself get in shape over time. Suppose you start out doing a mile and you walk like 80% of it. Then 2 days later you walk like 75 or 70. If you keep working at it, within a month or 2 or 3, you'll take a break and come back and be shocked. You'll be like, I just ran an entire mile or 2. I ran without stopping. I'm not as winded as I used to be. It's amazing. It's really a cool feeling. Right now I happen to have the opposite of that feeling, which is sluggish, heavy, pounding. But I know I've been through this into shape, out of a shape thing so many times since I was in college. I know the drill. I know how far to push myself. When you're getting back in shape, take it real easy on yourself. Start off easy, real easy. Just get out there, and the more you do it, the more you'll be like, you know, I haven't done my run today. I feel something's missing. I kind of miss that alone time. I miss that time, that tired feeling I get. I miss sleeping so well. I miss feeling kind of trim. You know, I miss my pants falling off instead of barely being able to snap them on. I miss all that, so it kind of builds on itself. 2.58, running downhill now. Be real careful running downhill. It's hard on your body. Shorten your stride, take little tiny steps. There's a cardinal. Take little tiny steps to kind of slow yourself down and decrease the impact. So I know I sound preachy now, but experiment with your stride length. Done a lot of reading on running, and they think now that long distances you want a real short stride length and a high beats per minute. When you do that, you have a lot of support on the ground. You don't want long, lumbering strides like this. That's what a sprinter would do. You want tiny little steps and a fast pace. But my point is, experiment with that. Experiment with your stride length. Try to tighten it up. Get it faster. See if it's easier. See if you last longer. Long distance running is all about conserving energy. And that's what the best runners do. They run efficiently. I'm guaranteeing if you're listening to this video, you're like me and you're not an efficient runner. And that's okay, you don't have to be, because we burn more calories. Shit, there's a coyote out there. What the hell? Yeah, he looks like he can't see me. Dude, it's a coyote. Keep my distance in case he's rabid. See him? There he goes. He's waiting for tonight's hunt, I think. We have those things all over the place here. And of course, animal control does nothing. They know about it. It's like it's in the local news and stuff. They're killing dogs and stuff. Hello, animal control, that's your job. Dude, let me go out and shoot them myself. These things they are a nuisance. All right, so what I did was, there's a biplane. We have an airport over there. That is my goal sign. I run around that sign, or I touch the sign, and then I go back home Coyote's still over there looking at me. He's not scared at all, dude. Normally they'd be taking off. He looks skinny. Looks sick. He's kind of watching me. Not afraid of a coyote. My friend was talking about some girl got attacked by a coyote. And he was like, why didn't you just kick it? Give it a good freaking kick. Yeah, I don't want to fight a coyote. It'd tear the shit out of your legs, right? You do not want to fight a coyote. But I'm not afraid of them either, because I see them, they run away so like deer. They run away like deer, except that one. Just nastiest hills. Oh, I hate when I do a long ride and I start to come home and I see this hill and I'm like, fuck, I hate this hill. But I'm not on a long ride, so I can kind of jog up it. I mean, pretty good short steps. This thing is not fun to ride up. One good thing about hills is if you do a lot of them and you get used to them, you'll go do a race or something, you'll go do the flats, and you'll be like, oh my god, this is so easy. You can run way faster after doing hills. That's something, hopefully that's a little motivating. Hills burn calories, man. Hills burn calories. Burn it. You gotta feel a little bit of pain, man. It's good for you. Speaking to everyone, everyone out there, feel a little pain, man. It's really good for you. See how much you gotta test yourself every day. Once you stop testing yourself, you gotta test yourself, gentlemen. You gotta test yourself every day. Once you stop testing yourself, that's when they kill you.
You're all scared. And you're gonna fail the test.
What test?
You have to test yourself every day, gentlemen. Once you stop testing yourself, you get slow. And when that happens, they kill you. You fellas don't feel that? Whew. Like when John Kennedy's riding up on our ass and the balls are flying and the blood goes right to your head?
Okay, 3.37, 3.38 miles. By the time I get home, it should be very close to 4. But a Father's Day is never done. I have to immediately go and get my daughter from gymnastics and bring her home. If I can fit in a shower in between there. King blackbirds are my favorite bird. They're subtle because they're not blackbirds. I want to talk a minute about low carb and exercise. The idea is, huge worm. Here. It's like a snake. I'll help him out. So the idea with low carb is your body holds sugar in the form of glycogen. That's what they call it. And it uses glycogen for energy. And it has about 2,000 calories, I believe. So the problem is if you eat sugar all the time, that reserve, glycogen reserve, overflows and becomes fat. So the idea behind, sorry about my breath, but this is hard. The idea behind low carb and exercise is that you deplete those sugars. Your glycogen stores go way down and you keep going though, even though it's hard. You train your body to keep going through that low sugar. And your body is forced to then, guess what? Burn fat. That's the whole idea behind the ketogenic diet. But if you couple that with exercise, you'll burn those glycogen stores much faster. Now I'm real used to that. I'm used to running on no sugar. I've done long runs on being fasted, no sugar. I kind of taught my body. I've gotten out of that since then, but gained all my weight back over the winter. No excuse. But that's the idea, is you get rid of the sugar, you get rid of the stores, and then your body can use fat. Now, the other problem is Now the other problem is insulin. When you eat sugar, especially, your insulin shoots up to handle the sugar in your blood. And at that point you cannot lose fat. I've learned that the hard way. So no matter how hard you try or exercise, if you have a lot of sugar, especially sodas and things, you will not lose fat. Maybe if you're 20, 30, or younger, but when you get older, you will not. I cannot lose fat when I eat sugars because your insulin's high and it literally blocks the fat burn. Even if you go out for a 10-hour run, your body will protect it by not losing any fat. Running downhill. Finishing up. One reason I'm running is because I'm late. I gotta pick up my kid. 0.99, 4 miles. There it is. 4 miles, 12:30-minute mile. That last one took me about 54 minutes. That's a terrible time if you're looking for speed. It's a great time if you're looking for a calorie burn.